All right. Attempt number two. I'm going to start off with the about the Rockingham thing. So I think we've got that on the first one. So we'll start off here with the Hall of Fame ballot. They did announce your Hall of Fame ballots, and you've got the modern era, you've got the pioneer ballot, and you got the landmark. If I remember correctly, you get two from the modern era, one from pioneer, and one from landmark. So modern era, you've Greg Biffle, 2000 NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series champion, 2002 Xfinity Series champion Neil Bonnet, 18 times a winner in the NASCAR Cup Series, including consecutive Coca-Cola 600s. Tim Brewer, this from NASCAR.com, by the way. Tim Brewer, two-time NASCAR Cup Series champion crew chief. Jeff Burton, 21 times he won in the NASCAR Cup Series. Kurt Busch, your 04 champion, 17 Daytona 500 winner. Randy Dorton, legendary engine builder for Hendrick Motorsports. Enough said about Randy Dorton there. I think he should definitely, if not get in this time, get in next time. Harry Gant, winner of 18 Cup Series races, including two Southern 500 victories. Harry Hyde, 1970 NASCAR Cup Series championship crew chief. Randy LaJoy, two-time Xfinity Series champ, 85 Busch North champ. And Jack Sprague, three-time NASCAR Craftsman Truck Series champion. So there are your modern era guys right there. And like I said on the earlier stream, we will you can vote on it yourself. So there is the link if you want to vote on that as well. Glaring, before I even continue, though, glaring omission there. Of course, no Smokey Yunick. No Smokey Yunick on the modern era, the Pioneer, or the Landmark Award. But here are the Pioneer, before we get into all that. Jake Elder, three-time NASCAR Cup Series champion on the Pioneer ballot. Including the Daytona 500 and two Southern 500s. Suitcase Jake, of course, is the handle that most people knew him by. Ray Hendrick won over 700 times in the NASCAR modified and late model sportsman. He's that flaming number 11 that you see quite often in modifieds, and that, in fact, is where the wing for the Bologna Burger logo, that's where the idea for that wing came from, was his comet, his flaming comet. So Ray Hendrick, big fan of him, super special to the channel, huge, massive name at Orange County and South Boston for sure, as well as Martinsville. Banjo Matthews built cars that won more than 250 NASCAR Cup Series races and three championships. Larry Phillips, the first five-time NASCAR Weekly Series national championship, huge deal right there. And Bob Welburn, winner of 9 NASCAR Cup Series races and 3 convertible division championships. He is on the Pioneer ballot. Landmark Award, Alvin Hawkins, NASCAR's first flagman, established NASCAR racing at Bowman Gray Stadium with Bill France Sr., strong candidate there. Another strong candidate going to be Lisa France Kennedy, NASCAR executive vice chair and one of the most influential women in sports. Dr. Joseph Matoli, the founder of Pocono Raceway. Also, I think they have the owning interest in South Boston at the time. I think they still do, if I'm not mistaken. So, huge name around here. That's another qualified candidate for sure there. All these guys are qualified. Les Richter, longtime NASCAR executive, oversaw competition, helped grow the sport on the West Coast. So that is your landmark stuff. And then my pick for this, if I was voting, Humpy Wheeler. Last but not least, Humpy Wheeler, former president and general manager of Charlotte Motor Speedway, transferred the venue into a world-class facility. So if you're getting my vote here, Humpy Wheeler going to be my landmark award nominee 9 times out of 10. If I'm going with the Pioneer ballots, I'm going to have to go with Ray Hendrick there. That might just be regionally to me, but I think Ray Hendrick definitely deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. All of these, of course, are candidates that definitely are worthy of it, but Ray Hendrick was an absolute institution. So that would be my vote for the Pioneer ballot. And then the modern era ballot gets kind of tricky here. I really want to see Harry Gant in there. Kurt Busch, he's a champion. So if you're gonna go off statistics, let's see how many Cup Series champions do we have here. Kurt Busch was a Cup Series champion, and see Harry Hyde won a championship. Tim Brewer has 2 championships. So if you're going statistically, if like you're a championship person, Tim Brewer and Kurt Busch will probably be your picks as far as statistical analysis and things like that go. They won championships at the highest levels. Just below them, of course, would be, let's see, Harry Hyde. He won a championship in 1970 for sure. So a good mix there if you wanted to go statistically, but not everybody votes statistically. So if you're, I don't know, just kind of the way it jumps out to me, like I'm looking at this list and who do I think deserves to be in the Hall of Fame? I would go Randy Dorton and Harry Gant. I think Kurt Busch gets in next year, maybe. But just looking at it and what jumps off the paper at me, Randy Dorton with all those what he did for Hendrick, putting him on the map and all that. I think I'll put him in there, and then of course Harry Gant. So there you go. That is my little bit of a rundown as far as that goes, and also NASCAR is releasing a Garage 56 documentary, and that's going to be on Prime Video June 12th. So if you want to see Le Monster, the Le Mans documentary, Garage 56, whatever they're going to call it, that's going to come out June 12th. So mark that on your calendar. We also have a poll question. During my drive, you guys were always telling me about Casey's Pizza. You need to try Casey's Pizza. I told you we don't really have one around here. Well, on my ride across the great United States here, I did try Casey's Pizza, and so I thought a good poll question would be, what do you prefer, Hunt Brothers Pizza or Casey's Pizza? I prefer Casey's Pizza. I think it is far superior, but right now Hunt Brothers Pizza is ahead by 10% in the poll early on with only 23 votes, but Casey's is down, and that surprises me. I don't know if anybody's tried Casey's compared to Hunt Brothers, but Hunt Brothers in the lead, so we'll see. Also, as the night goes on, we will see how it develops and if I need to add other gas station pizzas, because for sure. But once again, Smoky Eunuch not on the ballot if you missed the first attempt at this stream, but Smoky Eunuch continuing to get snubbed for sure. So that's always going to be something that irritates me. He should already be in the Hall of Fame. He is the reason we have a thick rule book like we have now. But all right, let's jump into the comments and see what you guys want to say. Timber Ace saying the next flag ends the race. Yeah, no doubt. Another false restart, and we had to restart again. YouTube has been giving me issues lately too, says one wise guy. Yeah, it's actually not my internet speed. Crazy enough. Like I always check the internet speed, and it's usually not that. It's just something just sort of funky with YouTube going on. I don't know. Thoughts on the finale becoming a revolving door, says Elise. I think that's a good idea. I think that not only that, but I think because a lot of people want Rockingham to come back as a Cup Series track. I think not only should we have a revolving door for the championship race, that way one team. Because imagine if Martinsville was the championship race in the early 2000s, Hendrick would have like what 100 championships by now. So I do like the idea of rotating the finale, but also I think every track except for Talladega and Daytona. Talladega, I'll be there this weekend too, by the way. So I thought that was I thought that we need to rotate the tracks, and if every track has one date, that would open it up to put NASCAR in so many different regions than just where we are now, and not as many people would complain if Rockingham comes back and a million people are going to be like, no, North Carolina's got 76 races. How come we can't get one, in our state or something like that, which I think is a fair and valid argument. But if everyone except Talladega and Daytona got cut down to one race, you wouldn't have that argument. So that's a perfect world. That's not going to happen because of contracts and whatnot. So but yeah, revolving the final race, I do think is a great idea. So hopefully that comes to fruition. Hey, B, I got diagnosed as lactose intolerant. John P in the house. What's up, John P? I was able to get a service animal. I chose the coyote. I named him Wiley. He alerts me when screamers are about to hit. So I find a lavatory. So there you go. John P has a emotional support coyote named Wiley. So I see what you did there. Mimi. So getting a little Roadrunner action in there. John P. always with the creative, non or maybe creative fiction. We don't know. That is up for you to decide at home. Wino Smoky Eunuch on the ballot, says Bruce Garvey. So Big Bill France, original Bill France, whatever, and Smoky Eunuch at one time were friends, but somehow got into a pissing contest and rubbed each other the wrong way. And Smoky Eunuch, this is legend. I wasn't there. Obviously, I wasn't born yet. But this is how the legend, as I was told, goes. And so Smoky Eunuch will never be in the NASCAR Hall of Fame. He will never be associated with NASCAR. He is blacklisted, snubbed, if you will. So we need to, I don't know, somebody with a YouTube channel should probably make a video about that, huh? Probably do some actual research, get off his ass and do something about it, huh? Yeah, so maybe we'll do that. Newman has a ride for this weekend in the Cars Tour. I was not aware of that, one wise guy, so that's interesting. We'll see. Let's see here. Who's he rolling with? I super checked out. So I'm not even gonna lie to you. Just I took full advantage of the break. Let's see, Cars Tour, Ryan Newman. Let's see who he's rolling with. Making his Cars Tour debut, Ryan Newman. Let's see, Orange County Speedway. So he's got some good experience there. He is going to. He made 8 starts for Rick Ware Racing. Newman has joined the entry list. This one's not saying who he's racing for. So let me go to another one. Short track scene. Let's see. Yeah, still not showing who he's racing for. But all right, he's going to race at Orange County. That's the main thing. So good for Ryan Newman. I wish him luck there. Apparently, Briscoe and Larson were at WrestleMania, according to an Instagram post. Says in between lanes. I saw Kyle Larson there. He was there with Logan Paul. Of course, Logan Paul sponsors him with the Prime drink. That's nasty as nasty can be as far as taste wise. But if you don't care about taste, I'm sure it's good. Let's see. But Chase Briscoe, I think somebody sent me a DM saying Chase Briscoe got absolutely no pop at WrestleMania when he was on camera or whatever. So, and they said kind of like his season so far, no pop. So I thought that was funny. I think it was Wise Guys, or did you send me that one? I thought that was a good joke from Wise Guys. So all credit to Wise Guy there. But yeah, the biggest free agent so far hasn't made as much noise as they were hoping, but JGR is having a good season, so I'm sure at some point he'll get on a track. Chase Briscoe's always been streaky, so I do expect him to put together at least a string of runs where he'll look like a world beater, like he always does, and then he'll have a string of runs where he crashes a lot. I voted for Neil Bonnet and Harry Gant along with Jake Elder. So B saying she got Bonnet, Gant, and Elder on her deal. I like all those picks, solid picks. Can't go wrong with Neil Bonnet. He aside from being a driver, I hate that they left this out. He was also an announcer, and he also had a TV show called Winners. That TV show Winners, you learned more about the drivers back in the day, and it did more. Imagine how big the bigness. Imagine how big the Dale Jr. download is now. I would say Winners for the NASCAR community with Neil Bonnet was just as big back then. So that's to put that in perspective. That's how I would categorize Neil Bonnet there. So he shouldn't just have his driving accomplishments on his modern era deal either. Kurt Busch should be a shoe-in for modern era. After that, it's a much rougher decision, says Napa Race fan. For sure, he's a champion. As far as this list goes, he's the only champion driver on this list. So you got to drop him in there as far as I'm concerned as well. Good call as far as that goes now. But Casey's is legit. Charlotte in the house. The avid Casey's defender. I did have Casey's pizza, and I did really like it, Charlotte. It was really good. They didn't have all cheese. They had pepperoni. I prefer all cheese, but the pepperoni one was good. I just got one slice. I didn't get the whole pizza. So I do like it that you can buy the slice. It kind of reminded me of Sbarro's back in the day when Sbarro's was really good before they got bought out by whoever is owning them now. So it had a really good taste. I used to love Sbarro's when I went to the arcade. They had a little Sbarro's across the mall from the arcade, and I love Sbarro's, and that's really what it reminded me of. So Casey's, I would put well above Hunt Brothers, but Hunt Brothers still in the lead with 52%. So the Hunt Brothers defenders are in the house. Jolo supporters. Kevin Harvick supporters, that's the only rationale, because if you've had the two side by side, I don't think it's even close. And if you've got another couple pizza options on here, we'll do another one, and maybe we'll do a winner runoff. We'll get the bracket thing going. Now that Final Four is over with, we'll start doing our brackets on here again. If you remember from back in the day. Time for Harry Gant to get in. Was really happy that Dale Jr. said on his show this week that Harry definitely was first vote, and didn't even know who else was for his second. So yeah, I would do the same thing. I would go Harry Gant and Kurt Busch, or Harry Gant and Randy Dorton. It's a tough one there, but I do think Harry Gant definitely needs to be in there. I'm with you on that, and I'm with Junior on that one as far as that goes. Let's see. I met a NASCAR guy who drove the Miller Champagne car at Knoxville last weekend. His name is Rusty Walrus, and he was getting puddled on the dollar beer night singing karaoke. I say that's what karaoke is for. Dollar beer nights and karaoke, a combination like no others. The Proclaimers, 500 miles. That is the perfect karaoke song because you don't have to sing it so much as you just have to talk it really loud. So there's your fun fact about drunken karaoke. I hope LaJoy gets in and roasts Corey's disrespect in his speech. Says Charlotte Ander. That would be pretty funny. So yeah, LaJoy. Hopefully he gets in one day for sure. Same thing with Jack Spurgeon. A lot of basically everybody on that list. Hopefully they get in one day. Please let Handsome Harry into the hall while he is still with us, says the brain. That's another thing. I'd like to see a lot of these guys, especially Humpy Wheeler too. I would like to see all these guys get in while they're still with us and still can enjoy it. That was the great thing about Bobby Allison. He got his final win, finally awarded to him while he was still with us, even though we only got to enjoy it for a week or so. It was cool that they did it while he was still here with us. So I do support that. I love the DQ comes down to a broken U-bolt. Yeah, I think it's going to get overturned if you missed the first hour. But I do think it would be funny if it because it was an Easter weekend race, right? 3 days later, he gets the win returned to him. That would be the most Easter weekend thing of all time. And hopefully Jesse Love gets that win because he definitely was deserving of the win. And I don't think it was a huge deal. What happened? I think even Junior said he's overturned. He's challenged something like that and gotten it overturned as well. So I'm if I'm a betting man, you never know with NASCAR what's going to happen, right? But if I'm a betting man, I'm thinking that it gets overturned for sure. I would rather have a Hall of Fame worthy career in front of 12 people than whatever Corey is doing. His mouth runs faster than he races, says Charlotte. Oh, Charlotte with the hot takes on Corey LaJoy. I tell you what, Charlotte, that the Corey LaJoy care package we're putting together for you. We're going to send that one in the mail to you. She's a huge fan of Shoe, Corey LaJoy. Yeah, I think he's just sort of like I think he's just needling his dad, but it's definitely coming across as a little bit aggressive because maybe we're not in on the inside joke or something, or maybe I don't know. Maybe that's just how Corey rolls. We don't know. I still like Little as pit reporter, but not great at play-by-play. Telling Ankrum to go back to the front stretch for interview was ridiculous. Bring back Victory Lane interviews, says Napa Race fan. Yeah, that was pretty funny. How are we going to do the start finish line? Well, you're not. You're going to just go over there to where he's going to want to do it in victory lane. So shout out to Tyler Ankrum for making a statement there, and he said this is where we're going to do the interview, even though he eventually walked over there. But it is what it is. Hopefully more people boycott the start finish line interview. I think that would be great. Just go to victory lane. F it. F the nonsense. Ankrum snapped a 130 race winless streak at The Rock. Oh, I didn't know it was that long for sure. He won like what in his first season or maybe second season, and then it's been a long road since, of course, he got this win. So huge win for Tyler Ankrum. I forgot to mention the other winner in the Truck Series. So shout out to In Between the Lanes and everybody else. But yeah, Tyler Ankrum. Shout out to him. Got the dub. So good for him. We have waited long enough. Just pull Martin Truex Jr. In the hall. He totally changed the sport when he won the championship, and he always dated very attractive women. Says John P. And Rosie saying John P. can't forget about the ladies. Indeed, Martin Truex Jr. Always dating the rather attractive ladies. So he's on and off the track was a winner. Let's see. Casey's is the ultimate best chain pizza in the U.S. of A. The plain cheese slap. Yes, here we go, John P. Thank you. Plain cheese gang. Represent. The plain cheese slaps so hard, especially after 12 or 13. Hey, there's no laws when you're drinking claws, boss. After 13 White Claws, I travel 388 miles every Friday just to get it for Pizza Friday, says John P. That's right. That's right. Drink responsibly. He's obviously got a Tesla self-driving car there, so it is what it is. John P. Rosie, I'm a rascal. What can I say? So there you go, John P. Indeed, a rascal. BB's internet speed is as fast as Xfinity Mobile. Indeed, we do have good internet speed, but for whatever reason, it flakes out from time to time on these streams. But that's all right. If it ever flakes out, somebody will let me know, and I'll just restart it. Let's see. Jeff Burton and Kurt Busch next year. Gant and Neil Bonnet this year with Mr. Elder. I would vote is how I would vote, says Jamie Schweitzer. So good picks there. No doubt about it. I would go. I would still put Randy Dorton in here somewhere, but man, it's so damn tough. Like Neil Bonnet and Harry Gant, I feel like they need to be in there. Suitcase Jake has got to be in there too, man. Oh, this one's a tough one. This one is really a tough one. You doing Dega this weekend? I am doing John P. I am going to be in Talladega this weekend. Dude, party in the infield is insane. I always pop my tarp off and let my belly get sunburnt and just dummy bush lights all weekend. Yeah, I will be there for sure. I think I'm riding down with my cousin, so I think he got an infield pass. So I might see some of the infield stuff. I'm taking my camera. I don't know how much of that I'm even going to be able to film, though, to be honest with you. But yeah, no doubt about it. Looking forward to Talladega. It's been on the bucket list for a long time, and we're finally doing it this season. So I had to sacrifice Martinsville this year to go to Talladega, but well worth the sacrifice, in my opinion. So gonna be we're covering. I covered 5,000 miles so far. And then however far the Talladega mileage is going to be, it's going to be a lot of traveling as far as this stuff goes. And eventually I will get back to doing late model stuff and doing some traveling on that side as well. It's the Hall of Fame, not the Hall of Statistics. So, hey, good call there, Dirty Def. So I think there's more than just numbers. Harry Gant was one of the rare people in the sport. Crazy that he won 7 straight wins, Cup and Xfinity at the age of 51. So yeah, winning in your 50s, super overlooked, but that is a huge accomplishment. No doubt about it. And yeah, Harry Gant for sure. Definitely deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. So I would have him. I would have him on the list as well. And I just can't decide if I'd slide in Kurt Busch with him or Randy Dorton. That would be my picks for the modern era. Hey, BB just took a new position as a Maserati and Bentley salesman. I can also sell Ferraris. That's across the street from where I at, says Escobar. Hey, heck yeah, my dude. That is awesome, man. Really cool. We've got one. I think it's like Winston-Salem or Greensboro. We've got one dealership like that where they're certified for Maseratis and Ferraris. I don't know if they have the Bentleys at that one. But yeah, they do. They do the exotics, and I definitely saw those two. I saw the Ferrari horse because I'm a Ferrari fan, and I saw the Maserati one as well. I don't know. I need to look and see what else they got up there. So cool deal, Escobar, and congratulations. I hope it's a very successful tenure there, and I hope you get to test drive all the cars, my man, because that sounds like an absolute dream job. I'll tell you something else I saw aside from all of the ugly ass Cybertrucks that I saw driving across. For the first time ever in the wild, I actually saw the Ferrari from Magnum PI, the Magnum PI original Ferrari that Tom Selleck drove. I actually saw somebody driving one of those down the road, and I was like, man, that is hella cool. So cool deal as far as that goes on the trip too. Wasn't really going anywhere with that. Just felt like sharing. Magnum PI, one of the best TV shows back in the day, in the late 80s, maybe early 90s, late 80s for sure. I know it was at least in the late 80s. I don't know if it went all the way to the 90s. Harry Gant has got to be voted into the Hall of Fame this year, period, says Roger Riggs. I hope so. I hope he gets in there while he's still with us. Like I said, same thing with Humpy Wheeler for the contributor or whatever that's called. Bristol holds 150,000. They only had 45,000 for the cup race a few weeks ago. Estimated rock attendance was 30K, sold out, needed more stands, says Massey Ferguson. I don't think you add more stands. I think you leave it at 30K and just make it a hot ticket. Just that's what I would do. I know they're probably going to add some stands because nobody cares what I say, but I like the idea of making something. You think about Cameron Indoor Stadium for Duke basketball. Cameron Indoor Stadium is always sold out. It's always a packed crowd. It's always a great environment. You have to know somebody for some games to get a ticket, right? So it makes it really special when you get a ticket there. And that's what I would like to get back to with the Cup Series. Some of these tracks need to take stands away and just sell them out. And when you sell it out, you make that ticket more valuable because you can't just half-ass and lollygag and be like, oh, we'll just get there that day and get a ticket. Nope. You have to be like, if I'm going to this race, I need to go ahead and get my ticket now. I need to plan my shit. I need to get my stuff done. And it makes the event so much more special because it makes it more valuable. Rocket Man Ryan Newman says in between the lanes. Earth 2, Adam Sandler stars in Stroker Deuce as the son of Ace, says Jamie Schweitzer. I like the casting there. I wish Adam Sandler would pull that up. Maybe get a hold of that property and do Stroker Ace 2. That would be great. I could definitely see him doing that. I love to see the Xfinity viewership doing well on free TV. Wish more of my sports were on free TV, says Bruce Garvey. Yeah, for sure. I know some people can't get the CW, but for those who can get it, it is free. And hopefully they continue to improve their coverage and range so that everybody can get it. And I know a lot of Canadian fans are disaffected because they don't have it. But for sure, hopefully that keeps going. As a Canuck, I ain't got those places, but I've had some exceptional 7-Eleven pizza at certain locations, says Shas. There you go. We've got 7-Eleven up on the docket, hot and ready, or Pizza Little Caesars. I do see them in there, so maybe that'll be the next one, and then we'll do them maybe head to head, unless somebody else wants to jump in here with another one. Bring stock car racing back to Wisconsin, says Robert Hayes. Yeah, Wisconsin is definitely deserving of a race. No doubt about it. You got I think that's where Slinger happens. So huge community in Wisconsin of racing fans. Matt Kenseth from there was Scott Wimmer. Is he a Wisconsin guy? I'm not sure about Scott Wimmer, but I know for sure Matt Kenseth. Cena versus Orton at Backlash. It's 2008 again, says B, talking about WWE. Enzo, what's up, my friend? Good to see you on here. Same Bruce, says Rosie. My bad. Harry won 6 races in a row between Cup and the Busch Series in '91 season, and at 51 years old. So there you go, 6 in a row. Close enough. Close enough for us here. We're not super sticklers as far as that goes. But yeah, appreciate you cleaning it up there, Dirty Def. Let's see. Pat McAfee was live from WrestleMania. Oh, that's awesome. That's cool. That's cool. Pat McAfee still doing his thing. Was winners on Worldwide of Sports. Says one. I think it was on the Nashville network, TNN, before it became whatever it was. Yeah, so there you go. B saying it was on TNN. I couldn't remember. The old Nashville network. Last night, Pat McAfee got his bootay kicked. Allegedly showed the clip on today's show. So Pat McAfee, of course, has the WWE contract to bring that content when ESPN signed that deal with him a few years ago. Let's see here. Where did I leave off? Bring stock car racing back to Wisconsin. Yeah, that would be a good deal for sure. Hey, BB, how much was that pizza? A corn dog and fries and a drink was $15, says Roger Riggs. So the slice was $3. I bought some other snacks too, but I remember the slice was around like $2.50 or $3, and I got it in Iowa. I got mine in Iowa, so I had Iowa Casey's slice. That's where mine came from, and it was $3. The same as a gallon of gas when I got it. Let's see. No Casey's around here that I know of. I'm for Handsome Harry, says Dave McSwain. So David McSwain, another vote for Handsome Harold. Hopefully he gets it. He gets in for sure. He seems to be the overwhelming popular vote so far. Pizza Hut Express, Southeast VA. So there you go, Pizza Hut Express, and maybe we'll put that. We'll put that up against maybe Little Caesars, because they're also in gas stations sometimes as well. I'm just judging off what I saw on this particular trip. So I did see a couple of Pizza Huts for sure. Good call there, Aaron Flynn. Let's see. Winners was an awesome show and another great show. So we'll leave this poll up for maybe another 10 or 15 minutes, just whenever I remember to take it down again. But right now, 54% Hunt Brothers in an upset. Final Four upsets, upsetting Casey's right now. So if you're a Casey's fan, go ahead and get your vote in if you want to overtake the Hunt Bros and Jolos, not the Juggalos, the Jolos. Let's see. Winners was an awesome show and another great show. If you've ever come across it back in the day, was a show called The Great Drivers that also came on in CNN. I don't know if was that when all the drivers sat around and shared stories? I think that's the one you're talking about. But yeah, that was a good one too. Yes, it's in a gas station, says Aaron Flynn. Cowboys AP, Tone Diggs is a betting man, says in between the lanes. Indeed. Rock and Roll Hall of Fame had an issue with the head of the Hall of Fame blacklisting a bunch of big acts. The solution, they fired the head and blacklisted performers were elected the next year, says Bruce Garvey. Hopefully something like that happens with Smokey Yunick. Whoever's still keeping him out has to be Jim France at this point, I would say. But that's allegedly. Don't get sued. Let's see. Kentucky for 2019 for Tyler Ankrum. Okay, so 2019 was the last win for Tyler Ankrum. So a good healthy. We had a whole damn pandemic in between. So there and multi years later, he finally gets another one. So good on him, man. Better late than never. Hey y'all, Denny Hamlin did not beat your favorite driver this weekend. That is a fact. Kyle Larson reigned supreme. Say Kyle is in the house. Hope you're driving safe out there, brother. Be saying what's up to Say Kyle. If a U-bolt was left and helped it turn the corner, I love that it went through the corners really good, says Dave McSwain. So yeah, there is a lot of stuff, like if it was intentional or if it was a mistake, if it broke, whatever, there is a lot of stuff in the rear end of a car that you can do. So without me looking at it and actually physically seeing it, I can't say anything. But the fact that Dale Jr. thinks that it's probably going to get overturned because he's had a similar protest and he got his overturned leads me to believe that it's probably not a huge deal and it's probably going to get overturned and the win will go Probably back to the 2 car if I'm reading the tea leaves right. All speculation. We'll just have to see how it actually plays out. Let's see. How you doing? Say Kyle says B. Let's go Cletus McFarland at Talladega. So, yeah, so Cletus is going to run Talladega. So hopefully he runs well. I don't know if I've got tickets to that one or not, but we will see. How about Ankrum? Hasn't won in 5 years, but just turned 24 years old. LOL says Dirty Def. Yeah, that's a wild. That's a wild statistic too. Hey B, new good new job, truck driver. Oh, so no more driving. So new career path for Say Kyle. He's breaking news. Breaking news. Say Kyle, no longer a truck driver, full time at least. He has a new job. So congrats, my man. Hopefully it works out for you. Two new jobs. Two new jobs on the stream here tonight. So that is great news for everybody involved. What did you think about the Cletus McFarland and Dale Jr. Dega video? Haven't seen it yet, Dennis. I literally I turned off, except for race day. I turned off all social media and my phone and everything. I really just didn't deal with anything except who I was hanging out with and just kind of shut everything down. And now we're gonna rebuild it back up. We'll get back to it. So I have not seen it yet. Was the should have just led with that, huh? The future looks up. Says Bumblebee. Thumbs up. I need a refresher on Jeff Burton as far as I remember. He really doesn't have Hall of Fame worthy stats. He is not a Hall of Fame worthy as far as his TV work goes, says Charlotte. So, yeah, he's going to be a tougher one to get in. He had, if you take the height of his career when he was winning a bunch, he had a world beater career there. But yeah, he's right. He's like right there on the edge with Ryan Newman as far as wins go. Some people get in with that amount of wins, some people don't. It's going to be tricky. It's going to be tricky. But he won with several different organizations. He never won a championship. He might get in one day though. We'll have to see. He's right there on the cusp. Right there. I feel like him and Ryan Newman are like right there. They're right there on the cusp. I would put Ryan Newman maybe one notch above Jeff Burton because of the Daytona 500 victories. But Jeff Burton definitely, those two are basically very similar stats, I would say. So does Louise Smith, says Dennis Gillespie. Shout out to Louise Smith. Shout out to Dennis Gillespie for the drop there. We do have a Louise Smith video on the channel, so look that one up if you don't know who Louise Smith is. So hopefully she can get in there one day as well. 21 Cup Series wins, 29 Xfinity wins, Southern 500, 2 Coke 600s, 1 at Martinsville, Bristol, Daytona, plus he's the mayor of NASCAR. Jeff Burton has a case. He does have a case, but not against these guys. I would say as far as these guys go, I'd vote for several people before him. So we'll just have to see how it all plays out. Let's see. I still like the front stretch interview because the fans are close to the interview, not like the winner circle. Just one old man's opinion, says Michael Garnett. Yeah. So the other reason, so let's take it all the way back to why it used to be done in Victory Lane. Back in the day, after the race, they would open the gates and you could walk up to Victory Lane as a fan. So back in the day, it made sense because the fans could come down. The fans would come down from the stands. They would get autographs. The drivers were still there. There were no tunnels. So it made sense for Victory Lane in that particular situation back in the day. Now you're locked on the outside of the track after the race. Nobody's going across unless you got like a pass or whatever, right? So now it's a different situation. The drivers are all gone anyway. They've used the tunnel. They've had the second race of the evening to get back to who can get to the airplanes first, airport first or whatever. So it's just different. So in that aspect, I see what you're saying. That's a very good point. You have it at the start finish line. So there you go. For every point, there's a counterpoint, and that, my friend, was an excellent counterpoint for sure. So appreciate you there, Michael. That was something I hadn't considered. So fist bump to you for that. Oh snap! Love the hat. BB says I say Kyle. That's right. That's right. We're rolling strong, my friend. Hopefully we can make some noise here. I haven't checked on that either, so I don't know. I think we got the Celtics, so hopefully I need to check it. I need to check it before I open my mouth here. I come into your first Talladega race. Heck yeah, I'll be here all week because I work about 5 miles from the track, but I'm going to be there Sunday. Can't wait. I'll be there Sunday too. I'll probably I don't know. As it gets closer, I'll drop some more info on it. So also going to do also obviously since I'm in Talladega, there won't be a Sunday stream, so I'll try to do one. I'll try to do my normal streams throughout the week. So basically, I'm going to do one before tomorrow. We'll do one hopefully before the NASCAR Weekly Podcast or after the NASCAR Weekly Podcast, depending on when I get back from work. and then on Thursday we'll do one, and Friday we're gonna play it by ear because I'm leaving Friday, so it depends on what time I leave Friday. I might sneak one in the morning, but either way, I'll get the pre-race in. Let's just say we'll do the pre-race on Thursday night. I'll do the pre-race on Thursday night. So there you go. There's the tentative live schedule for this week, as well as hopefully we can get some videos up as well. Let's see. Let's remember the NASCAR Hall of Fame is not the Cup Series Hall of Fame. Truck and Xfinity wins count too, especially with the truck and Xfinity lifers. And that's a good point, NASCAR Napa fan. I would like there to be another category for not Cup Series drivers, like two Cup Series drivers, and then you've got your contributors and all that. I would like another one for the Xfinity and Truck Series and Weekly Series guys, because it's not fair for them to have to compete against Cup Series guys. So I agree with you, and I think NASCAR needs to make a separation and a delineation there. Okay, thanks. I still don't really see the case. I said Charlotte. So Charlotte and B on opposite sides of the Jeff Burton deal. Camper is packed and ready for the trip from NC to Talladega. So there you go. Delmer Kaufman, he's going to be pumping the Eric Church too. It's Eric Church week, y'all. It's time to pump Talladega at maximum volume until race day, and then on race day and after race day. That was one of the greatest songs ever written. Whoever, I don't know if Eric Church wrote that or not, but it's one of the better songs ever written as far as that goes. BB, I went to New York International Auto Show this past Saturday. Unfortunately, no NASCAR or IMSA show cars from Lexus and Toyota, but I saw a Genesis race car, and that David Land previewed on his channel. Hey, there you go. That's really cool. So you at least got to see some race cars. Tom Selleck, best mustache ever, says Shaw. Shaw also liked his shorts. He was a big fan of Tom Selleck's shorts. So shorts and mustache, Shaw was a massive fan for sure. Kurt's latest drama with the Dewey might move him to another. Oh, that's a good point. I hadn't considered that. So that might, sometimes things like that do affect it. So that's a good call. No doubt about it. Jeff Burton will probably get in eventually. I still think he should go in. A few should go in before him, says Napa Racing fan. Shy, I know that's Ernie Irvin talking about the mustache there. Good call about the stands. Rose says Massey Ferguson. Yeah, there you go. The more like you can put as many. That part of the problem with Bristol is it's just too damn big. Like that is one of the bigger venues. So even when you like they had 40. Think about that. You had 45,000 fans there. That is massive for any other event. Because Bristol is so big with big ass stands, it looked like nobody was there. Like you would never imagine that was 45,000 people right there because it looked so empty because it's too many stands. So, but on the Saturday night race, it's going to be all the way packed and it's going to look awesome. So, I hate to say it, but give Bristol one date, make it the night race, and let's just call it a day and be done with it. Good call about the stands, says Nancy. From East Nova Scotia. What's up, Danny Price? What's up, Canada? And what's up, Nova Scotia? Das Fair, I appreciate it. The two things that stand out for me about Burton is he led every lap of New Hampshire plate race, and TV making his wife's anxiety a personality. Yeah, so Kim Burton running for sure was one of the greats, one of the great scenes in all of motorsports lore. Ever see Tom Selleck with no mustache? It's freak. I think on Friends he had the no mustache when he was dating Courtney Cox or something like that, maybe. But yeah, it's freaky. There's a photo of him in the military. He looks like a psycho. So yeah, fun fact: Tom Selleck was actually in the military as well. Not a lot of people know that, or at least I didn't. So I feel like a lot of people didn't as well. No gas station pizza here in Nova Scotia, says Danny Price. But you do have the what are those things called? Donaires. You do have Donaires there, I think, in Nova Scotia. So Donaires would take the place of gas station pizza. I would take a Donaire over a gas station pizza slice, probably all day, every day. So you do have a little something going on there as far as regional Canada foods. Rockingham was a huge success, says Delmer Kaufman. So there you go, huge success for the Rock there. Deep fried dill pickle pizza, says Danny Price. I haven't tried that one, so I'll have to put that one on the list. Wimmer is indeed from Wisconsin, says B. So was Ted Musgrave. So there you go. I didn't know that. Ted Musgrave also from Wisconsin. Fun fact. Truck Series man also drove the Family Channel number 16 for Roush Racing Thunderbird. Let's see. Sunoco leaving as official fuel of NASCAR? Question mark. We'll see. They have not announced anything yet, but it looks like the contract is up for grabs Some good diecast canceled. Seemed like the Truck Series always gets the boot. Yes, Truck Series stuff just doesn't seem to sell as well. They do have the Kyle Larson set out. If you're doing the double or whatever, if you want the double, they've got this year's version of it. I have last year's version up there, but I'm not going to get up to get it because I don't want to knock anything over. I've got 2 open drinks, so we're not going to risk it. Not today, at least. If you were in Iowa and you didn't stop by to say hi, if you entered on the I-80, you drove right by me. I wasn't on 80. I was either on 84 or 29. I can't call it off the top of my head, but one or the other was what I was on. I want to say 84 was what I rode most of the way, but I could be wrong about that. It was a journey. It was a journey. We'll put it that way. Well worth it. A minute of it. Got to see 12 different states all together, and a lot of great scenery. All the way down to the Grand Tetons. So that was as far as I made it before I had to turn around. So good times, great oldies. Welcome to WQDK, your home for rock. Ty Schmidt from the Toxic Table of Pat McAfee show is from Iowa. So hey, there you go. Juggalos, BB. You ever listen to ICP? I never listened to their music. I saw them back when they wrestled back in the day, when they were doing their wrestling thing, and also on the Howard Stern show. But Juggalo culture, you don't have to listen to the music to enjoy Juggalo culture. It is meme worthy, and there are plenty of videos if you're not familiar with what I'm talking about. Do you think Cup needs to go back to Rockingham, or does it just need to stay special for Xfinity and trucks? According to Ben Kennedy France, I think he made some type of comment that it is a priority to get the Cup Series back there. So I think the Cup Series is probably going to come back there. The interesting question will be, will the Cup Series car race as well as the Xfinity Series and the Truck Series race there? That is the question. You never know what this car will do at a given track. So that's a fair question. Gas station water, still got a couple bottles of that. Stay hydrated, very important. Nobody needs to be thirsty. Great Malenko was a good The Great Malenko was a great album. Talking about the ICP there. So there you go. One Wise Guy, ICP gang. I want to see the makeup when I come to Sonoma there. One Wise Guy. I want to see you juggaloed out in your tank top. So let's see. Part of me wonders if Kurt Busch gets in this year as an apology from NASCAR for putting him in an unsafe car. Oh, touche. I am down with the clown, says Shah. Hey, Shah. So I want to see Wise Guy and Shah juggaloed out in the Discord. That's content we need. What's up, John Bradburn? Good to see you on here, my friend. Jeff Burton's stats are better than Donnie Allison, and Donnie is in, says Delmer Kaufman. Hey, there you go. That's a fair statement. That's a fair statement. Donnie Allison, of course, his claim to fame, the Daytona 500 fight, or whatever. Yeah, he was, the Daytona 500, the scramble, the fight. Looks like Carolina Hurricanes are up 2-0 on the New Jersey Devils, says In Between Lanes. Hey, there you go. Rock on, Hurricanes fans. Much appreciated, BB. Back in travel sales. Happy with the change. I'll DM you on it. I appreciate it, my friend. Shout out to you. Let's see. BB, who do you pick as the Talladega winner on Earth 2? Earth 2? John Hunter Nemechek. I'm going to go John Hunter Nemechek or Ricky Stenhouse Jr. on Earth 2 for the win. 23 or the 11 wins Talladega. It'll be interesting. Will they get some help? They're going to need some help. Will Eric Jones push them to victory? Let's see. Celtics game 1 was Sunday. They lost game 2 in Boston tomorrow night. All right, so we're going to get back on track. Going to get back on track in game 2, and we're going to make them. We're going to make them at least earn it. The Magic, we're rolling. We're going to do something. We're going to do something. You don't know that we won't. Stenhouse going to win Dega, says Shah. Hey, so there you go. I picked Stenhouse to win on Earth 2. Shah is picking him to win on Earth 1, so you never know. Kyle Busch wins Talladega on Sunday. Says In Between the Lanes. Hey, there you go. This could be it. This could be the Kyle Busch victory we've all been waiting on since he went on the drought there. Will Talladega go the scheduled distance, or will they end in overtime? That and more will be answered on Sunday, Tim Brace. Great question. I don't know. If I knew, I would be banned from DraftKings. That's a fact. Well-deserved break, brother. Good to hear those golden tunes. Larson at Indy tomorrow and Thursday with all drivers, says Brickyard Brickhead. That's going to be super cool. Can't wait for that as well. The biggest weekend in motorsports. That's going to be a dope one for sure. Let's see. Not sure about gas station donaire. Sounds like some gas station sushi. Says Shy. Gas station donaires are typically food trucks that are parked at gas stations. Allegedly, from what I hear from the Canadian constituency that we have up here. I go to dedicated donaire makers, says Shaw. So yeah, these are dedicated donaire makers too. I'm just going off of actually was Steve Wallace's video, camping with Steve. He hits up a couple of donaire trucks from time to time, and they're usually parked at a gas station. I have the, or am I misremembering that? I don't know. Let's see. I have the Larson double on my scroll, BB. I have last. I kind of want to get up to get it, but I'm going to knock one of these drinks over. I'm not going to do it. I will fight the urge. I want to. Go Gadgets arms. Let's see. I have the Larson double on my scroll. So added to the scroll for 394 doll hairs, you can get the autographed double version by Rick Hendrick and I think Kyle Larson, if I read that correctly in my daily Rick Hendrick buy some shit email that they send me. Talladega is great. You should add Sweet Home Alabama for sure. Richard Petty Fans by Alabama. The Intimidator by Charlie Daniels. Stroker Ace also by Charlie Daniels. If we're gonna include Charlie Daniels tunes in there. Life is a Highway by Rascal Flatts, and the other guy, the Canadian guy that did the I think original version, Rapid Roy, the stock car boy, and Marty Robbins to the playlist. So there you go. For sure, no doubt about it. And yeah, you included Sweet Home Alabama. So, all right, you got all of them there. You got all of them, Napa. Good call. There's the playlist. Napa has dropped the playlist. So there you go. That's a good one. Okay, by law, as a Canadian, I got to say, go Leafs. Go for me. Go Vegas, says Danny Price. So there you go. He's going for, is it the Vegas Knights and the Toronto Maple Leafs. What do you think about the leg controversy and threats now? Yes. Oh my God. Just leave the damn girl alone. Like, Jesus Christ, man. Like, for the love of God, like, just let her race. Let her exist. I don't get it, man. I-29, you were 17 miles from me, BB, says Mark Barnum. For sure. I told somebody, I think you live in Indiana. So I was, I drove, I think probably pretty close to you, and lots of standing water, like you always talk about. So it was pretty neat. It was at nighttime though, so I did, or kind of at the twilight or whatever. So I didn't get the full experience, but I have drove through Indiana before. Indiana, a nice place. I've been to the first race actually. I was a team member of, was at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway for the Green Power electric car that we built. So shout out to Mark Barnum. Next time I travel like that, it might not be a vacation. So if it's not a vacation next time, I'll let everybody know where I'm at so that you can fight me on site or assassinate me or whatever you want to do. Possibly say hi and be nice. I don't know. Let's see. Probably got the yellow mark for saying the A word there. Let's see. And yes, Halifax Donaire is amazing, or Donaire Pizza or Donaire Egg Rolls. So there you go. Oh, Donaire Pizza. That's a new one. So I'll have to check that one out. If it wasn't mentioned, Dave Marcus is from Wisconsin. Hey, Delmer Kaufman. There you go. So we got a Wisconsin delegate for sure. For sure. Rockingham had an amazing return. NASCAR should have never kicked that great track off the schedule. I don't really care about oversaturating the market. Just great racing for sure. And Rosie saying she agrees as well. So there you go. Man, you're dead on, because those Xfinity cars make for a great race. They need to just swap at this point, says Tennessee Whiskey. Yeah. I wish it was the Cup car as well, for sure. I'm with you on that. Jeff Bodine, similar stats to Jeff Burton and Newman. He had more poles, and I don't think he will get in. I think he ticked off NASCAR when he brought Hoosier tires into NASCAR. Yes, there's a lot. Good call, Bruce Garvey. A lot of this stuff does boil down to some petty politics amongst old men, unfortunately. So hopefully one day all that stuff gets buried and it gets figured out. People say it's oversaturation of tracks in the South, but other than Chicagoland and Kentucky Speedway, where else are the 1 mile ovals where they don't race? Says Dirty Diff. That's a great question, man. I'd love to see Kentucky come back for sure. Chicagoland would be a good one too. Did drive through Illinois a little bit too. Didn't get to Chicago obviously, but drove through the I don't even know where Chicago is located, but I drove. I guess I was pretty close to it because I drove through St. Louis. I feel like Chicago is pretty close to St. Louis. St. Louis traffic, good. If you live in St. Louis, that traffic, man. I'm gonna keep it PG, but that traffic, man, woo! All hours of the day doesn't matter. Traffic, just traffic everywhere. 4,000 exits. If you miss one, don't worry. There's gonna be like three more for the exact exit you missed. It's crazy. St. Louis traffic, not my favorite. Salt Lake traffic, Salt Lake City traffic also sucks, but I would have to give the edge to St. Louis. Their traffic is very annoying, and everybody drives aggressively as you get toward the exits. Because I mean, you have to. Like, you got to do what you got to do. I get it. Tank top for sure. Not going juggalo though. One wise guy not doing full juggalo. Oh no! Boo! 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 Wise guy. We're throwing tomato cans and tomatoes at you, my friend. We need to see juggalo wise guy. At least somebody find him a face filter app. You don't actually have to put on the makeup. We just need a face filter app. Is there a juggalo face filter app? That requires some research. So, in a rare moment of quality, I'm going to research something. Face filter. Oh yeah, ICP Juggalo face filter by Jericho on Snapchat. There is one for TikTok. There you go. There you go. There is a face filter. So there's still a chance. There's still a chance, wise guy. He has not let us down yet. Let's see. Just about anyone could win Dega. Depends on what happens within 50 laps of the finish, says Ron Russell. That's also a fair statement. I agree. I care about spreading the schedule out and having as many different. I'm with you, Napa Race fan, as possible. It'd be sweet revenge to see Wilkesboro or Rockingham take a Texas State, though. It would for sure. PC gone rogue. Celtics won game one, 103-86, but that's only because they cheated. So, like, if they hadn't cheated, they wouldn't have won by that much or at all, really. Like, the games are fixed, obviously, right? So we all know that. It's widely acknowledged. If it was a real game without being fixed, the Magic would have won. And you heard it here first. Last time I went to Canada, I ordered I was joking though, for all of those smooth brains who didn't get that one. BB, I may have picked Ricky to win Dega, but I'm also a notorious jinx. Thank you, Sha. Thank you, Sha, letting us know what's really at play here. Sha letting us know what he's really doing. The real deal. Last time I went to Canada, Burt Myers for life, as far as that goes, in case anybody was wondering. Last time I went to Canada, I ordered the French dish called poutine, whatever you want to call it. It inflamed my IBS, and I had to have an extra colon transplanted to make mine more resilient to dairy. And the extra colon he got was actually pig intestine. So not a lot of people know that. So he is now part man bear pig. Is John P. So look out. He is vicious, but he's just as scared of you as you are of him at the Gentlemen's Club. Hustlers in St. Louis, $10 table dances. So if you're in the area, there you go. Exit 9 in West Virginia, Southern Exposure. They didn't have the price of the table dances, but they had about 4 million signs as I was driving through West Virginia. So that is basically the scenery in West Virginia. Southern Exposure, exit 9. Southern Exposure, exit 9. And then what was the other one? Hustlers in St. Louis. That one's actually a really huge digital billboard. I don't know how much money they make there, but it has to be in the millions per day. With the size of that one, that was a massive gentleman's club. I've never seen one quite that big. Not that I'm an expert, but it is what it is. Big Jinx, LOL, says one wise guy. Don't forget to hit the like button, y'all. It's free, says Rosie. So Rosie in the house, appreciate it. Yeah, if you want to hit the like button, it would be much appreciated. I am in Iowa, says Mark Barn. Okay, so I got it mixed up. You're in Iowa, so I missed you by just a little bit then. So I was thinking about somebody else that was in Indiana, and we do have one person in Indiana, but Iowa, I did miss you by a little bit on 29 there. So next time I'm that way, I'll shoot some info in the Discord. And maybe we can meet up and get some Casey's pizza, and I'll be patient and wait for the cheese this time. I bet Larson is not looking forward to Talladega this weekend. He does not do well. Does not do well at the super speedways typically. Why are people mad at Leg? Sawalich, yeah, and I love William Sawalich, but yeah, he misjudged the closing rate. And it is what it is. Sawalich is going to get some straight up. He's going to get some straight up wins. Though I'm a big I'm a big William Sawalich believer. I think he's going to be a legit talent. So no shade at him either. I guess is what I'm trying to say. Is leg racing Talladega Cup? I don't know. I'll have to look at the entry list. I agreed. Shaw says Rosie. I feel bad for leg. There's no reason for the. Yeah, it's insane, man. They're just some of it is they're just hating on her because she's a girl, and some of it is just typical NASCAR. Our fans are just over passionate in the wrong ways sometimes. So yeah, Leg hasn't run in NASCAR in a while. Plus, the sponsorship took races in NASCAR after Indy 500 bid failed. Let's see. Deletion threats over racing is insane, says Rosie, and I agree 100%. That's a great point. You should never, as passionate as you want to get about racing and stuff, you should never take it that far. So 100% agree with Rosie there. Have you seen the crash of Leg where her wing fell off at Road America? Huge crash. It was a huge crash, 100%, and that was pretty crazy. So she's definitely a really good race car driver. She's just got to get used to this car again, and hopefully get in a better situation. Come on out to Nova Scotia, lobster, Canadian beer, and donaires. Hey, there you go. Sounds good. Sounds good. Maybe I got to get a passport. So once I don't mine expired, so I have to get a new one. And I think down here you got to do something with your driver's license now too. So I got to get that handled as well. Like you got to get a star on it or some crap. Anyway, you haven't driven in NYC traffic. I sure haven't driven in NYC traffic because I take either the bus or the train up there, and then I do what a proper New Yorker would do, and I walk or get a cab. So absolutely will never drive in New York City traffic. I will never subject myself to that because who would if they didn't have to? To be totally honest, Memphis lost by, but shout out to UPC Gone Rogue. New York is a nice place to visit for sure. Memphis lost by 50 to the Thunder on Sunday. Hey, that's crazy. So hopefully Memphis can get it together as well for the Memphis fans. Congrats to the Thunder fans for stealing the Seattle Supersonics. You did a great job doing that. Who's going chicken hunting? Says CSX. I don't know. We'll see. He bringing out the tomato cans. I did bring out the tomato cans for sure. Tomato cans are the new way of booing on the Discord and on the channel now as well. I'm gonna have to get a tomato can graphic. No Fago for one wise guy, says Shah. It's fun watching the Xfinity cars drive right behind another to get them loose for sure because they don't have the stupid spoiler ruining the air. You don't see that stat with the current cup car. Says they're deaf for sure. Salt Lake, if you don't drive 85, you will get run over. Oh yeah, for sure. But the speed limit, to be fair, is 80 for most of Salt Lake. So yeah, and you also like have to know where you're going. Like you don't have time to look down at the GPS to see where your exit is at. You just kind of got to know. Facts Mark says Rosie. So yeah, Salt Lake, not a good one. I would say for all the money in China, St. Louis traffic is worse. At least from my experience this week, far worse than Salt Lake City traffic. You should have stopped by the Bigfoot operations outside of St. Louis or the Cuyahoga Mountains in Collinsville. I checked out a lot of mountains, so I did check out a lot of stuff. So it was a good time. In between lanes, Memphis should withdraw from the playoffs, says Ron Russell. For sure. Man, Bear, Pig, rolling on the floor. Oh my God, I'm tearing up, says Shah. BB is on fire tonight, says Shah. For our, let's see. For our Talladega playlist, add a good one coming on, Freedom Song, and Till the Wheels Fall Off by Blackberry Smoke, says Tim Brace. Hey, so there you go. Jeff Gordon was at Coachella with Shabuzi. That's another huge story that flew under the radar. So Jeff Gordon, the Shabuzi Jeff Gordon collab at Coachella. We didn't know we needed it until it happened. So look up the pictures. That is a thing, and it happened, and we're now better as a nation because it did. Maybe it looks like we need to help out Sawalich. Sorry about the spelling. Yeah, I can't spell his name either, but he's definitely a talent. I think he's going to get it going eventually. But BB, you reordered the Homestead Finale 2026. No financial package required. Says Jamie Schweitzer. Thoughts on the rumored Homestead finale in 2026? Homestead would be a great place for the finale. It was good when they had it, but they still need to rotate it every so often. If you have an infinite amount of money and we're told to build a racetrack, what type of track would you build? Anything unique about it? And where would you put it? I would build a original Bristol out of pavement, and so when the pavement got wore out, they would be slipping and sliding, and it wouldn't matter what tire you bring, because it would just be awesome racing, and you would just have to root people off the bottom, like you do at Martinsville, except it would be a high speed version of that, and that would be and where would I put it? I heard California needs a track. Heard California has room for a short track, so I would put it right there in California. So that checks all the boxes, right? That sound effects. There you go. High level of production quality here today on the stream. If I race Cup, I would have Freebird played on a constant loop. My CC and spotter, crew chief and spotter better have a damn good reason to interrupt my drive, says Shy. So there you go. Shy is a starting park, and he is just going to sit in the pits listening to music, and you better not bother him until he's ready to get out of the car. NFL draft Thursday night. Every team has hope except for my New York Jets, says Bruce Garvey. Bruce Garvey, hopefully something for the Jets on Thursday, says in between the lanes. I got. We'll all pray. We'll all pray for the Jets fans. Jets, Jets. I got mirrors and cameras. I don't need a spotter, says Shaw. Hey, Shaw said, we don't need no dang on spotter. I got it. The only thing I really hated about Sawalich and leg incident was taking Casey. Oh, yeah, that was a bummer. But Casey Kane did get like a top 12 out of it. He was able to rally to get that, but took away his chance to win, like you were saying, Napa fan, for sure. Nothing against them personally. Hoping Kane can return for a few more starts. Shorts. Napa Racing fan says, by the way, that's a joke, says Shaw. So Shaw says it's a joke. He does not have any mirrors or rear view cameras. He just does it by feel. Sticks his finger out there. I feels like there's a car over there. He's got a spidey sense. He doesn't need a spotter or mirrors. He's got this under control. Yeah, my driving in NYC is awful. Subway is the way to go, says OJ and Toothpaste. For sure. I'm a big. It's not necessarily what it once was, but also I think that before it got where it is now, the subway was kind of cool, but now it's according to what I see, who the hell knows? I don't live there, but the subway's gotten kind of rough over there. Let's see. How bad is FS1's best commentator for the Truck Series race? Was Hocevar. Hocevar did a good job in there. So shout out to him. Was fun to see him get in there and give it a go. Want a fun driving experience? Drive in Mexico. The horn is their turn signal. Hey, there you go. Try the Mexican water. It's just as good as the driving. Mark Barnum, allegedly. I would probably build something weird, like a ridiculous figure eight. I mean, if we're going to build something ridiculous, let's do a figure eight track in, where's a ridiculous state? Figure eight track in, I don't know, in a ridiculous state. Florida, Oklahoma, I don't know. I would probably build something weird, like ridiculous high banking that they used at Nashville Fairgrounds. Hey, Nashville Fairgrounds is a pretty good setup track for sure. What's up, my friend? Good to see you on here. I predicted Buc-ee's will sponsor the Xfinity car or the Cup Series in 2026, 27. That could happen. Could happen for sure. Cuyahoga Mounds are the largest man-made pyramids in North America. Okay, so I have to check that one out. Not super familiar with them. Just now finding out about them on the channel. Appreciate you, wise guy. Shaw saying my track would have dirt, concrete, pavement, banking, loops, jumps, and figure eights. So I appreciate that. That would be sort of where I'm going with it, Shaw. We're on the same page there. What's up, BB? Jumped on late tonight. I hope you had a nice vacation. I did have a nice vacation. Appreciate it, Jesse. Good time had, and we are refreshed and ready for the long haul. We'll be in Talladega this weekend, but we'll get a lot of content in before that happens when I leave on Friday, and hopefully I can get some Wi-Fi down there and have something going on down there. Well, California needs and deserves a short track. Nothing like that on the West Coast, says one wise guy. I agree. Hopefully they can get it done, but I don't know. Doesn't sound like a bad place to watch a race. LOL. I wonder what it would cost to build in Cali. Oh, probably like $5 million. Easy, just for the track, not even the other stuff. BB, I'm depressed. BB, I am desperate for love. Know any prospects between 30 and 45? I will make them laugh, and I am a good cook. Well, you've got the main things covered as far as I'm concerned, and probably as far as a lot of them are concerned. So just get on your dating apps, serve your time, and maybe you will find one. Asking me for dating advice, I'm not sure if I'm the go-to for that. So I don't know. Looking for love in all the wrong places. I don't know. I don't know. I couldn't help you there. How about a God helps me? So that's that. I don't know. Pray. I don't know. How about a 4 mile oval on Earth 2? Hey, there you go. Earth 2, 4 mile oval. That's what the fans crave. No restrictor plate. Just whoever has the biggest cojones going into turn 1 and turn 3. California needs a fall fence around it with no gates to keep the fruits and nuts contained, says Mark Barnum. Hey, there you go. There you go. So maybe a farm uh, track to farm track as far as Mark Barnum is concerned. Bruce Garvey, one thing I would like to see for a new track or a repave is asphalt. The old Darlington pavement was rough on tires. Yeah, that's sort of the charm of Darlington, though. So it just depends on the track. Some tracks want that tire fall off. The solution to Fontana problem was not to demolish the 2 mile track and leave it alone. Oh well, too late now, says an Napa Race fan. I agree. I agree with you 100%. Josephus did a good job, definitely, but that's hindsight. At the time, everybody wanted a short track. So Josephus did a good job, definitely took over the broadcast. Needed a good host to take control of the booth. That would have helped him, says Dirty Def. Yep, they're still getting it together over there. Jamie Little's making progress, so I'm not going to take anything away from her. She's night and day from when she first started doing booth work. So hopefully they all continue to improve. Hostvar was doing play-by-play and analyzing at the same time. Props, says Napa Racing fan. I'm thinking this is KFB's race to win, says Jamie Spicer. This could be the KFB race. We might see the RCR win. Hostvar raised Bill, but praised Dale at the Rock. And didn't he have like didn't he buy a Dale car or something like that? Somebody bought a Dale truck, even though it's a Mike Skinner truck allegedly. California with all of the permits would be ridiculous, and a bunch of inspectors, says OJ and Toothpaste. Yeah, a lot of stuff would have to be going on there for sure for building a track, says OJ. Yeah, 100%. I agree with you. That would be probably be the biggest obstacle to overcome for sure. It'd be nice if Hocevar was in the booth on Sundays, says Jesse Daly. So Jesse Daly wanting Hocevar to be the announcer on Sundays. He doesn't appreciate his driving. Would be the underlaying joke there. I see what you did there, Jesse. Good one. I liked Hocevar's Dale truck, says Napa Racing fan. I did too. So we now have 2 Dale trucks that are really Mike Skinner trucks. Cletus and Josephus. They need to build a new version of Trenton Speedway. It was a kidney-shaped track, says Escobar. So Trenton Speedway would be Escobar's vote. KFB, Kentucky Fried Bologna. Kyle freaking Bush there, Shaw, but Kentucky Fried Bologna sounds healthy for no one, except on Earth 2. California construction prices, it ain't happening anytime soon. That seems to be the holdup from what Steve Phelps was saying. Hostvar rocked the Dale Senior jacket in the booth. Yeah, it was a family hand-me-down, he said. Early lean on the pick for Talladega. It's hard not to think Penske will be up front. That's a good call, Dirty Def. So let's take a look at the stats real quick because I do have that pulled up in a rare moment of being prepared. I do have the Talladega stats from driveraverages.com. William Byron with an average finish of 7.7 by far and away over the last 6 races since 2022 has your best average finish. Chandler Smith has run 1 race. He finished 11th. Chase Elliott, 11.8 in his 6 races, 12.5 for Rocket Ryan Blaney, young Ryan Blaney, old dirty Blaney, whatever you want to call him. 12.5 is next. Eric Jones, if you're looking for a sleeper, is next on this list at 14.0 in his 6 starts. 5 starts for Alex Bowman because of the back fracture. He's at 14.2. Pickle Todd, another sleeper here, and Riley Herbst with 2 races, both at 14.5. 6 races for Gilliland, 2 for Herbst. So there you go. There's your rundown. Brad Keselowski, Denny Hamlin, and Justin Haley, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. would sort of round out your top 10 there. Kyle Larson, Kyle Busch also would be near that top 10 if you take out all the drivers with only like 1 or 2 starts for sure. So there you go. Previous race winners: Tyler Reddick, Ross Chastain, Kyle Busch, Ricky Stenhouse Jr., Ryan Blaney, and Chase Elliott. So in the 6 previous races here, 6 different winners. Laps led, not that matters at all here, but Ryan Blaney leads that with 116, so expect him to be there. And guess who's second? To your point with the Penske drivers, there is Jolo. So Blaney and Jolo are your Penske guys if you're in the Ford camp that you'll probably be taking a close look at there. And your overall driver rating here, Chase Elliott is who Driver Averages has as your favorite for Talladega for driver rating. Ryan Blaney second, William Byron in third, and Kyle Larson. Wow. There you go. Kyle Larson in fourth, according to Driver Averages power rankings there. How many DNFs does he have? And according to in the last 6 races, Kyle Larson only has 1 DNF at Talladega. So that is a shocking statistic to Kyle Larson fans because you do not expect him to run well here, but he has. He has 2 top 5s in the 6 races, 4 top 20s, and only 1 DNF. So he is actually in the top 4 of active drivers according to Driver Averages rating. Wow. Ross Chastain 5th as well. So there you go. There is your quick preview. We'll get into it more on Thursday. Cletus got the Skinner truck, says one wise guy. So there you go. I think they're all Skinner trucks. Hocevar was so good in the booth. It made me sad. He's running more truck races. We need more Hocevar in the truck booth. Yeah. Well, he only gets to run like 5. So maybe he'll be available for the other ones. He drove the Dale truck down after converting the truck race from Concord Studios the previous day. Taco Bell is the best Mexican food on earth too. Didn't Dale Jr. drive the number 8 truck or the number 3 truck as well for Cletus? Maybe that's the video somebody was referring to. I haven't seen it yet. Taco Bell is the best Mexican food on earth too, says OJ and Toothpaste. Hey, on earth too, Taco Bell is actual Mexican food. So there you go. 2 birds with 1 stone on that one, OJ. Good comment. I like that one. Kyle Busch. I could never associate the F word with him. To me, he will forever be rowdy. So Rowdy Bush there for Shaw. Taco Bell is good, period, says one wise guy. So one wise guy has Mexican connections, and he says Taco Bell is good, point blank, period. Don't put disrespect on their name. 100. Yeah, I agree, one wise guy, but a lot of people don't like it. LOL, says OJ and Toothpaste. You Americans got taco time or taco slime, as we Canucks call it, says Shah. Let's see. Larson actually runs well on super speedways lately. He just can't finish most of the time, says Napa Racing fan. Yeah, well, maybe he'll get it done for sure. Cindric has gotten to be in the conversation as well now at super speedways, says Dirty Def. Taco time with the tater tots. Pacific Northwest has them, says one wise guy. I miss taco time. Haven't had one in years. I don't think I've ever seen a taco time, so I'm unfamiliar. Let's take a look. What does taco time have? What is taco time? This and other questions will be answered. Taco time. Taco time. Not now. I don't need you to have my location here. Google. Made fresh since 1960. They have personalized cookies. We're going to deny all of that. Looks like they've got all the things that Taco Bell has. Where is the menu? Food. They have crisp burritos. They have regular burritos. They have tacos. They have quesadillas. They have nachos. They have salads. They have sides, which look like tater tots. They have breakfast burritos. And they also have a full menu. So there you go, where you can get crisp burritos, regular burritos, tacos, quesadillas, and nachos with your tater tots and your salad. And a nice cold beverage of your choice to drink it down with. So there you go. If you've never heard of Taco Time, just like me, here you go. We're going to drop it down here in the chat. There you go. Taco Time down in the chat. Green cactus logo, says one wise guy. So yeah, there you go. They do have a green cactus logo. Dale Jr. gave Cletus some instructions on how to get around Talladega this weekend on his podcast. Junior didn't know that ARCA qualifies multiple cars at a time and was shocked. That was fun to watch. Oh, that's cool. So I have to check that one out. Oh dear, what have I started? Says Shah, laughing my butt off. So there you go. Taco slime. We now know what Shah was talking about. Peace out, BB. Glad you survived your trip. Be careful coming to Talladega this weekend. Well, I'll just be riding. So we'll get cousin Kendall on board to drive us safe here. BB, did Burger King ever sponsor a NASCAR car? Which driver, if so? Joe Nemechek, they sponsored. They sponsored Dale Sr. as a contingency sponsor or an associate sponsor, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, they have sponsored race cars for sure. BK was a SHR sponsor. Yeah, they did Tony Stewart too. I forgot about Tony Stewart. Good call there, Charlotte. But yeah, Joe Nemechek, Tony Stewart, and a associate sponsor with Dale Sr. on the back of his car as well. So those are the three off the top of my head. So yeah, we did have a, BK car. David Rudiman, also a BK driver. Michael Waltrip Racing existed, and sometimes I do remember it. So there you go. We're up to four. We're up to four BK. Of course, Alex Bowman, but that wasn't a real BK sponsorship, as we found out with BK Racing. LOL, that's awesome. You looked up Taco Time, says OJ and Toothpaste. Yeah, I'd never heard of it. That's one that one got by on me. I've probably driven by one and never paid attention to it, but yeah, they are a thing and they do exist. So respect them. Yeah. All right. Looks like we reached the end of the. No, we haven't. There's another one. Let's see. Weren't BK on the BK racing car at first? Question just answered there. Yeah. So the BK, he owns some BK restaurants, but he didn't. BK wasn't actually sponsoring him. He just had permission to use the logo because he owned a lot of the franchises, and that became a little contentious in court. But it is what it is. I'm pretty sure the first DEI Cup car was BK sponsored in '94 or '97. Could be Escobar. They did sponsor a few cars there, but I think Joe Nemechek in the '87, I think, was the first one that they sponsored there, and I think that was for Andy Petrie Racing, but I could be wrong about that one. All right. Final results of the poll questions. A win for the Hunt brothers and the Jolo Juggalos at 52%. Casey's and Kyle Busch finished second here at 84 or 48%, because I'm dyslexic. I don't know why I just said 84% because I'm dyslexic, I guess. 48% for them. So a close battle, but at the end of the day, Hunt Brothers Pizza takes the victory somehow, some way. How do you y'all love that, man? Y'all tripping me up loving this Hunt Brothers Pizza. But then again, a lot of people like Little Caesars too. Little Caesars with the stuffed crust is better. I will give credit there. But other than that, put some respect on Rosie's Little Caesars. The stuffed crust pizza version is good, but I don't like their regular version. So yeah, that's going to do it for this one. Traditions. The poll is complete. And until the next one, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.